today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are definitely back with another banger, baby. You know that for sure. And yeah, man, we're gonna talk this boxing, man, for a little while before I go into work, man. I just want to update, the fans on what's going on and stuff like that. But yeah, man, for real though, I don't know, man. This fight is dope though, man. For real, like. The more I think about it, though, Errol Spence versus Danny Swift Garcia, man. If Danny can, I mean, we don't know how Errol Spence is right now, man. I mean, no tune-up fight in between or nothing. I mean, we're going straight into the Lions, then, damn near. And yeah, man, it's like I said, it's gonna be a tough fight. It's gonna definitely be a tough fight. But it's a winnable fight for Danny Garcia. Obviously, obviously, Danny Swift Garcia is gonna be the underdog, but I'm being honest with you guys right now, man. I think Danny Garcia could win this fight, man. He's got a good chance, but I'm not sleeping on Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence, if we get the Earl Spence that even if we get the Earl Spence that we've seen in Sean Porter before the car accident, Garcia could still win that fight. Smash that like button as soon as you guys come in here, man. We need these likes through the roof right now, man. But I'm telling you guys, man. I'm telling you guys, Danny Garcia, man, is a tough fight. Is a tough out for anybody in the welterweight division, man. For real, you ain't gonna just steamroll Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? I mean, straight up. I mean, look at some of the opponents. Like what Danny Garcia did to Adrian Granados, man. I think that's overlooked a little bit, man. I think a lot of people are overlooking his performance or just steamrolling completely through Adrian Granados. Adrian Granados has never been dismantled and just punished like that severely. You know what I mean? Like quickly too. Might I add? Adrian Broner couldn't even do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say Adrian Granados won that fight against Adrian Broner. So, I just really think that Danny Garcia is a very, very underrated fighter. But as far as Earl Spence goes, he's a very technically savvy fighter. He brings a lot of power to his punches. We haven't probably seen that as much as of lately. But I think he still has that power, man. I really do. I think Earl Spence is a very, very hard hitter. I think he's a hard puncher. I think Earl Spence Jr. could definitely hurt and possibly knock out Danny Swift Garcia. As hard as is it's not even hard to say because this is boxing. Anything can happen in the sport of boxing. Look at Andy Ruiz, look at Anthony Joshua. That's all I gotta say. You know what I mean? Look at Buster Douglas, look at Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? And I'm not just throwing those, one all, those, bases loaded home run type of fights. But I mean, some people say Sean Porter beat Earl Spence, y'all. Jalik the leader, what's happening, man? What's going on, my brother? What's good? So I mean, a lot of people smash that like button too, man. Shout out to Jalik the leader. Go subscribe to Jalik the leader, man. Got to give a shout out to Jalik the leader and everybody else that's doing his YouTube shit. You already know what it is, man. But I'm telling you guys right now, man. This is 2020. I know from what I've been seeing on Danny Garcia's timeline and him updating his fans on what he's been doing. He's been training, man. You know what I'm saying? He might not be training that hard. He might not be. He's staying in shape. You know what I'm saying? He knows a big fight. He's on the cusp of another big fight. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I'm saying? He, suffered a very, very close and controversial loss to Thurman. And you can pretty much say the same thing about Sean Porter. You know what I mean? I mean, both of those fights could have went as a coin flip. You know what I mean? And one judge decided both of those fights, I believe. I know one of them was a split decision. I'm not sure if the other one was. It's been a while. But like I said, man, Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence Jr., man, this is a very, very, very tough fight for both fighters, man. This could possibly be a brutal fight. I mean, let's be honest, man. I mean, Danny Garcia loves to trade. Let's just be honest right now. Danny Garcia loves to trade, and so does Earl Spence. Earl Spence took some punishment in that Sean Porter fight, man. I know a lot of people think that Sean Porter, got beat up, and a lot of people think that or some Earl, a lot of Earl Spence fans think that Sean Porter, got outclassed, and you know, it was crazy for people to think that the fight was that close. I really think that fight was closer than what people thought. That Sean Porter versus Earl Spence fight. You know what I mean? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I watched that fight, live, and on the big screen, and I just thought that, it was a close fight. I really did. I really did. I really thought it was a close fight. Um, just because of Sean Porter is a really good fighter, but he's a very underestimated fighter. From what I hear, he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he lives a very, very athletic and a very, very disciplined lifestyle, and I think that helped him out in the Earl Spence fight. As we all know, Earl Spence does drink. You know what I'm saying? Earl Spence does drink. You know what I mean? And I really, really think that Earl Spence, he really needs to focus more on boxing instead of partying and stuff like that. Obviously you can't party right now anyway. Well, you can, but that's bad when I'm young and going into work. Graveyard shift. But yeah, man, like I said, man, I just think that Danny Garcia, you know, is a tough fighter. Um, Brings it all in the ring, does a really good job. Um, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I really think that Danny Garcia can pull off, what some would call an upset. I don't think it's an upset. I think Danny Garcia wins. I would probably just be like, I told you so. I told you he could win. It could winning and winning are two totally different things. A lot of people said Sean Porter could win. He almost did win, but he didn't win in black and white. You know what I mean? So right now, I mean, the fight is out there. It's looking like I believe Earl Spence can pick between Pacquiao or Garcia, or I believe Danny Garcia said that and like I said, this is just going off the top, some of the news that I've seen in the um recent news. I believe Danny Garcia said he could pick between or he might. Now I don't know if he can pick, so I'm paraphrasing, but um pretty much a deal possibly with Earl Spence and Manny Pacquiao's on the table. Um but that's pretty much what we all knew. I mean, he's gonna stay with PBC fighters. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna be from PBC side. Is the top, 4 or 5 welterweight fighters are gonna fight Terrence Crawford anytime soon. I don't think Terrence Crawford will get a top 5 PBC fighter at the welterweight division in 2020. Period. Period. Charles D was happening, man. What's going on, Charles D? What's going on, dog? Shout out to Charles D, man. You already know what it is, man. Earl Spence is a really good fighter, though, man. I'm not taking anything away from Earl Spence. I think Earl Spence can get the job done. Will he get the job done is a whole nother ball game. Um, but I just think that Earl Spence fighting a Danny Garcia could possibly be too soon. Because we don't know, like I said, man, just because a guy walks away with no broken bones in that car crash. I mean, the guy got thrown from a convertible vehicle. Let's get that through your guys' skull. I mean, he pretty much broke his, he pretty much, broke the teeth off he had in his mouth, something like that. You know what I mean? He got to get dental work. He had to get dental work. And from what I'm hearing, he can't spar right now because his dental work is not complete. Let's just call a spade a spade. Uh, and I really, really think right now that I'm gonna be honest, man. I think that Danny Garcia and Errol Spence is a good pay-per-view fight. I really do. Some people might beg to differ, man, but I swear I think that you know it's gonna be a good fight, man. And I think that Danny Garcia still has that name cachet, where he could sell. He could. Let's be honest, I believe Danny Garcia was the one that broke the record at the Barclays Center. I believe it was about 16. I can't even remember the exact total, but I believe he broke at that time was the most the highest attendance for a boxing event or something like that at the Barclays or something. So that's a pretty good feat within itself. Charles D says that's the least of his worries. He could he could replace his teeth. He's lucky to be living. Yeah, the Red, salute, man. Smash that like button. Yeah, he's definitely lucky to be still living, man. And I think that is the least of his worries. But at the end of the day, man, who's to say that Earl Spence will even be the same? And let's be honest. Let's be honest right now, you guys. If Earl Spence fought the way he fought against Sean Porter, Danny Garcia could win that fight. And let's be honest. It's a winnable fight for Danny Garcia. Now, as far as Danny Garcia and as far as Earl Spence fighting Danny Garcia, Earl Spence, we don't know how he is after this accident. We don't know if he might have he might have got, I know it sounds crazy, but he could have possibly gotten better because he could have went one or two ways. He's damaged from the car accident, and pretty much, you know, he'll never be the same. Or he could learn from the car accident and get better. Let's just be honest. That's just what could happen. You know? He says, the Red says, I think it's going to be a close fight. The Red says, put respect on Danny's name. Yeah, they got to, man. They're going to have to, man. I think Danny Garcia proved that he's an elite welterweight, one of the elite welterweights out there. I mean, obviously, he lost 2 fights. But, I mean, people say that Errol Spence lost the fight against Sean Porter. And these are some Errol Spence fans said that. They didn't particularly like or expect what they were going to see out of Earl Spence in that Earl Spence Sean Porter fight. But I think more credit needs to be given to Sean Porter as opposed to what Earl Spence didn't do. I feel like Sean Porter did do a lot. You know what I mean? He put that pressure on him. And man, Sean Porter's a tough out, man, for any of these welterweight guys out here, man. He really, really, truly is. Oh, there go Marco right there. He's a tough out, man. He's a tough out. He's a tough out. He's a tough out. You know what I mean? He's a tough out, man. And I just think right now, man, is that a goat? I thought that lady was walking a goat as a pet. Would have had to show that on video. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, dog? You know what I mean, dog? But yeah, man, Earl Spence versus Sean Porter was a tough fight. Earl Spence versus Danny Garcia, I think, will be a tough fight. Earl Spence can definitely win that fight. Oh, people driving crazy out here. Let me get off this phone. And I appreciate you guys watching. I will on live tomorrow. And I'm like, and start giving you guys lives at least once a day. Minimum. You know what I mean? Quarterly, but at least I don't care if I'm talking, I don't care if I'm talking about the sky. I need to give you guys deserve one live stream a day, minimum. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys are just tuning in, please smash the like button, rewind this, watch it from scratch, 14, 15-minute long live stream about the fight. Talk more about it tomorrow. And thank you guys for watching, man. I'm ready to go clock in. I'm clocking out of this job, but I'm clocking back in my other job. All right, man. Peace out, you guys. Much